Bloom, 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 bloop, bloop, bloom, 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 bloop, bloop, bloom, 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 bloop, bloop, bloom, bloop.
The sound of the Zoom. That sound of the Zoom.
I don't have anything for the cold opening. So I purchased meat with the expectation that
of me being there,
with the expectation that we were going to have a full contingency of our MVP eaters on Saturday.
I apologize.
No. The funny thing is, we only cooked half of it.
Yeah.
And we still had enough left over for a full fucking meal for the Malahomes. So I way overestimated, because like
no, you didn't.
When we go to Iron Age,
no,
we count our success by tray, and the trays come out, and like we've done 11 on purpose. And
right.
So,
no, I get that. But hang on a second. Let me go back and let me find the photo that we're talking about here, because I don't think you overdid it, if I'm honest. I really do think that like you were fair about this. So let's see. Okay. So this is strictly just, are you comfortable with me just showing the photo of the meats?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this was the photo that Jamie sent over. And I'd argue, let's say each one of those packages in a regular situation is, let's say, a third of a tray to be fair, right? So we're looking at 3, 6, 9.
Yeah, that's what
12.
I thought.
Right. So like you're at like 15, 18 trays there. I honestly think, especially with some of those, that would cook down way past that. I think reasonably you're at about 12 trays. And you had potentially, it was going to be you, Dan, Dan's wife, me, my wife. I assume your better half was going to be there as well.
Yeah, Audrey's going to be there, and then a friend of ours, Anya. And
okay,
like so first of all, I don't know what Anya's capacity is in terms of eating all of the food. So like,
I'm assuming one tray at least, right? So let's assume,
I figured she
for conversation's sake, we've got 18 people, we've got 18 trays, right?
Yeah.
One tray for her, we're down to 17. One tray for your wife. Okay, fine. Dan's wife is pregnant. Let's assume 2 trays, right?
Yeah.
So right. So we're 4 down. We're 14 trays, right? My wife, I'm assuming 2, so we're down to 12. And at that point, that's easy pickings for the 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that's
that
doable.
really ain't hard.
Yeah.
So, and you boys up right now. So if you're like, hey, you know what, get after it. I easily think 8 is doable for me. Just me. Like you give me the right kind of, like, just if you were like, hey, I'm going to keep feeding bulgogi onto this grill in front of you while we watch all of the John Wick movies in a row.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, please make sure that the sauces are regularly refilled. And I'll be fine. Like, honestly, that is one of the smartest things that Iron Age does, is shows the K-pop videos.
Yes.
Because they're quick to the point and like they're enthralling, but like not very long. If I had the ability to sit in an Iron Age with one of those big screens and watch a proper movie.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
no.
They're not getting rid of us.
No. No, because we're going to get like halfway through.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, you know, honestly, like I focused a child, like flip that coin back over to green, like bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
We're paying rent at that point. We're signing a lease. We're living there. You
know, maybe they just need to double the tray price, like double the individual price, and just do a movie night.
Ooh.
Like, because at that point, I'm paying that much to go to the movies anyway.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a relatively recent, like Black Widow, just for fuck's sake, because it's new-ish and it's popular in Marvel and what have you. So like, if you're like, hey, Brandon, we're going to go watch Black Widow at all the meets.
Yeah.
They're going to have it on every screen.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a start time. And we're going to be good to go. And really, the start time is the only problem. But honestly, if I got 30 minutes into that movie and at like the 20-minute mark, we got salad and stuff like that. Like if you staggered the start times of all of the food,
yeah.
I'm good with being almost an hour into the movie before anything happens. Like I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh, now I fucking want that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, I don't think given the head count that you thought you had, that you overpurchased.
Okay. Because that's the nightmare situation. You go and you show up and the food is gone in an instant and you're like,
oh, sorry.
I didn't buy enough. And
you didn't buy enough.
Oh,
right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
no, like I saw you send that photo over and I was like, my dude's getting after it right on. It's going to be some good eating.
Yeah.
And like, I never thought, ooh, that's a lot. The idea of quote, ooh, that's a lot of meat never popped into my head.
Okay.
Not once.
All right. Good.
Like until I need to do an IKEA style team lift to bring the beef in, I ain't worried about how much beef we got. Yeah. Like I'm talking like slabs, like the sort of thing that Rocky beats up for no fucking reason. That's the sort of shit that I'm like, there's a lot of beef. But like until then, no.
Yeah.
Nah, son.
You mentioned John Wick and this news just came across the wire. Did you hear that there's going to be a prequel series based on like the hotel? I forgot what the hotel is called.
The Continental?
There's going to be a series based on the Continental.
Okay. Will it be starring Anne McShane and Lance Reddick?
No, fan favorite Mel fucking Gibson is going to be in it. So that's
doing what?
I don't know, but that is a monkey.
Is he playing himself? Because if Mel Gibson is actually just playing himself in this thing, like we find out that's how he's been making money in between, like when the Lethal Weapon money dried up and he started calling everyone sugar tits. You're like, how is that guy still making money? Turns out he's just killing people.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. It feels like a monkey paw. Like I want to learn more about the Continental. And then Mel Gibson. It's like I didn't want to know more about that way.
If the Gina Carano situation has taught me anything, this will either right itself or it will wash out quickly. For better or for worse.
Yeah. I don't know where it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know who owns the Wick series. So like I don't know what streaming service it's going to be, but like
don't know.
I don't know. I didn't look much more into it. I saw that though and I was like, okay, that's fine. We got the movies. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. The movies are fine. The movies are great.
Yeah, the movies are good. I'm happy with the movies.
I'm great with the movie.
Let's
go
A-okay on the movies. Yeah, I think we're okay.
All right. I'm going to stop it here. Brandon Chalmers,
sir,
you and I are aware that the cream of the crop rises to the top. However, I am not sure that everyone else knows Brandon Chalmers.
Man, you got to give me a little prep for this. Like, you got to give me a little bit of prep for this.
Can you stretch it out a little bit, bring it in, and can we get some bone saw action? Can we get the Macho Man?
Everybody talking about it. Everybody talking about it. Yeah. Hang on 1 second, Jamie Noguchi. I got this. Hang on. Give me a minute. Wait. Hang on. Wait a second.
For those not watching on the YouTube, Brandon has stepped away.
But God damn it. Hang on a second.
Yes, come back to the microphone.
Wait for it. Oh, yeah. The tower of power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey, sky's the limit and space is the place. Yeah, I'm talking about the fucking Duocast. Yeah, talking about the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network, talking about Nerds of Color, talking about Pearl Jam things, talking about other things that our boss is really into, talking about maybe sometimes wrestling, but not always. But what you need to understand, Jamie Noguchi, is this. First and foremost, look into these eyes because they bring the madness. That's what I'm talking about. And when I'm talking about the madness, Jamie Noguchi, I'm talking about the cream of the crop. The best of the best podcast, bar none. You got your cereals, you've got your Joe Rogans. I can sit here and lambaste for 4 to 6 hours about weed, but I won't because I respect your time in the ring, Jamie Noguchi. So let me extend the Mega Powers hand to come across to you to give you the handshake of power as we start what can only be considered, the best podcast. Losing headphones. Then I'm talking about the fucking Duocast. Can you put your hand in and go ahead and shake my hand? Hot, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh my God. That was amazing.
Thank you. Not my best Macho Man, but I definitely think for commitment, I should get some sort of participation.
I did not know the glasses were going to happen. That was fucking amazing.
Okay, so some of you know that the bathroom that is literally right on the other side of my monitor is a wrestling themed bathroom, and hung up there are some of the accoutrements from my many Macho Man Randy Savage Halloween costumes, including 2 pairs of Savage's glasses, as well as 2 different bandanas from 2 different eras that he had. And I just didn't have time to put the bandana on, but luckily the orange hat is pretty close.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's it. We're done. That's fucking.
Yep.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yep. God, that just makes me happy because now I see. Oh man,
I forgot what show we were at, but there was a Macho Man cosplayer. He was skinny.
That was a Kineticon.
Ah, yes, and he did it too. Like he did.
Dude committed. Like he was like Jack Skellington and Macho Man had a love child, but like dude had the like full on WrestleMania. I don't even know if I have it. I got it somewhere. But where he's got like the full like white suit with the cowboy hat and the fucking tassels coming off the side. And dude
and the
was
little cup of cream or the little thing.
The little creamers. The little creamers. Yeah. And the cream rises to the top.
And on command, you just like, he would just do it on command, just in. He had a whole thing. It was
right. Oh yeah. Well, because you show up somewhere dressed like that with that gimmick, you need to commit hard and often.
Who else would like? So it's definitely Macho Man. Who would be your go-to guy? Like if you were gonna cosplay somebody, would it be Macho or would it be somebody else?
It would probably have to be Savage at this point because he's the guy that like he's one of. And this is always like the bittersweet thing to me of like Savage is one of the most problematic guys in wrestling long term.
Yeah.
And I know this and it breaks my heart every time. And like I very much have the shitty fan revisionist history about Randy Savage where I'm like, yeah, but he was really good. And you're like, yeah, I know. But you remember the story about, hey, so this is Randy. Hi, Randy. Okay, you're going to handle Randy tonight. So look, kid, Randy, do me a favor. Go get yourself a sandwich or something. So let me be clear about this. You're going to get 2 options. One, you get to keep Randy from beating his wife, Elizabeth. Or you can keep Randy from doing cocaine. You cannot do both. Choose wisely. And luckily, most of the time, Liz got out unscathed, but Randy did a lot of coke. And in turn, right. And it's one of those like, man, that is a devil's trade-off that I would have that guy high as fuck 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
but like at the same time, knowing that a guy who, as a child, before I was aware of the awfulness that is pro wrestling and everything else like that, definitely like little 6-year-old Brandon standing on the couch doing the ooh yes, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Little, like just fucking just spreading the fingers. Well, because like fuck a Hogan. Hogan sucks. He always has sucked.
Yeah. The
Bret Hart's been
so
impressive. Right. Like Bret Hart's been impressive in the ring in the past, but I've never really been a Bret Hart fan. I got really no heat on anybody who's like Bret Hart's the best, but like Bret Hart fans feel like Superman fans, and y'all are cool, and that's fine. It's not my cup of tea. So I wish you the best in your future endeavors, as ironically as that sounds. So so like for me, it was guys like Dusty or Macho Man or Andre, or like I liked more of the fringe guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And right, like Flair was probably the only one that was like mainstream popular that I was like, that Flair's my dude. Like I'm super good with Flair. Woo! Yeah, do yourself a favor. If you want to continue to like Ric Flair, don't watch The Dark Side of the Ring for the plane ride from hell. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Being a wrestling fan is definitely the best example of don't meet your heroes. Shy of Christian.
Yes, he was dope.
That guy was fucking delightful, and I will be absolutely gutted if I find out that like dude just like beats children or like kills neighborhood cats or something like that. Like there's going to be something awful in his past, and my only hope is that the fact that he's Canadian keeps him on the straight and narrow. That he's going to be okay.
A good Canadian boy,
right? Yeah, he's a good Canadian boy. Like I'm hoping the Florida that is wrestling doesn't corrupt him.
Yeah. Well, you've also met Virgil. He seemed pretty chill. He seemed pretty
chill. He's going real. It's the kindest way to put this. Off the deep end.
Oh.
In the last couple of years, but I can say with confidence, I have had more than one really nice interaction with Virgil. I hope that if he needs help, and what I've seen online is a reflection of who he is all the time, and he does seem like a dude who can't really turn it off. I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah.
But I can't say anything negative about any of my personal interactions with the guy. Total fucking sweetheart. Had no reason, both he and Christian, to sit and talk with me easily for 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Not to make money off of me, though I offered for in Virgil's case. Christian wasn't at a table or anything else like that. But like just good dudes. Like, I mean, I briefly met at that same C2E2 where I met Virgil. Mm-hmm. I definitely got a chance to hang out with Animal and Booker T and Jerry Lawler for a couple minutes. Oh. And this is not the only Jerry Lawler time that we've had a couple run-ins with Jerry Lawler. I've had two outside of with the rest of you in like, ironically, in elevators. I've just had like random, you combine all of my elevator rides together. I've easily had a 10-minute conversation with Jerry Lawler, which is a weird thing to be like,
so cool.
Kind of like, like it's not the equivalency necessarily me flexing like I talked to Steve Bannon, but like it ain't terribly far off on the creep meter. Like Jerry Lawler's not an uncreepy dude. Like
it's not an act,
right? Like and again, all I can say is I have had really nice interactions with all of them.
Yeah,
I have never, other than trying to think. Really, the only negative interaction I've had is with Charlie Haas at a Ring of Honor show. But we broke him after he yelled at us. And then when we went to that one show and Jack Swagger was there and I yelled, hit him with your catchphrase. Because that dude wanted to climb over the barricade and beat me mercilessly. Like he looked fucking mad.
We the people.
Yeah, I get it. I know.
And it was before all the MAGA shit. So I'm sure I'm sure he has.
Well, that dude is just working indie dates. Like he is just trying to flex that pro flag freedom crowd.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Like when you were doing a wrestling show at like a Six Flags in New Jersey, you are most definitely in your wheelhouse. They are your people.
Yeah.
If somebody was like, if you knew nothing about the candidate and he went, like he literally went, "We the people," right? Half of them would be like, "Man, that guy gonna get my vote." I tell you what, 100%, 100%.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Brandon, it's been 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks?
It has been 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yes. What have you been geeking upon since last year?
Just kind of getting back into the swing of things, I guess. I started playing a time sync game of like, oh, you're sitting on the couch. No. Let's not get too fucking excited here. This is Emoji Blitz, which is a Disney match 'em up game or whatever it is, where similar to Bejeweled in design. Only the goal is to earn emojis that you can actually use on your keyboard that are Disney characters. And in that case, it is really, really sweet because I can sit there and I can type up emojis, and I can definitely go and do that. And I can hit my little keyboard, and I can hit my little, let's see. So I've got, I've got like a bunch of Mickey ones, and
then you can send them in messages.
Yeah. So then I've got Sully and Pooh. These are the ones that I've earned so far. And then when you click on them individually, let's see if that'll. No, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Then you get multiple options of things. Cute. So like you get the, where is it? Yeah, there you go.
That's cute.
So you get the heart face and the angries and whatever it is. And each one of the emojis has the multiple things that you can actually use. And there is much like any game like this, the ability for you to just, pay your way through everything, what have you, or you can grind it out. And it's been pretty good about grinding out. I haven't spent a dime on it. It's been a nice little, like, I want my brain to not have to think about brain things.
Yeah.
And then actually getting the gratification of like, hey, cool. Right. I got Sully was the one I got right out of the gate. Dude. Disney knowing exactly how to fucking rope me in. They looked at me and were like, you and that beard, you look like a Sully guy. And I was like, boy, howdy am I.
Yeah. Do they have a Wally? Oh, if they have a Wally.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they have Wally. They have Eve. They have everything. Like everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Stitch is the one I've been trying to work toward, where you go into, like, there are releases of characters in different blind box styles. So you earn in-game cash, and then you can use that in-game cash and then purchase the blind box. And the blind box, you may get one of like 30 different emojis in one series. So yeah, that's how I managed to get, and they actually, you can earn the same emoji more than once, and that ends up doubling their power. Or the special items, because each emoji has its own individual, like, special skill that it uses, where like Nemo ends up riding Crush through the everything and drops a bunch of little Nemo icons off on it. And then you match a bunch of, right. So like Buzz Lightyear has his laser, and it takes out like a whole stretch from like corner to corner of the board of a bunch of emojis and helps clear the board. So like every single character has their own unique way to do it. And that's been a really kind of fun sort of thing of like, oh, I wonder what's up with that.
Yeah.
So can recommend. It is definitely not an amazing game or anything else like that. I know a bunch of friends. I did buy that, what is it? The Hot Wheels racing game that's been making its way around. I bought it for Switch. It is very good. Like, it's enjoyable. Other than Mario Kart, I haven't been able to find a racing game on Switch that I've liked. This is the first one. The racetrack physics are really nice because you're actually racing around like a set up basement course, and they've got the loops and all sorts of shit like that, and upgradable cars and the whole nine and everything. So like that's been a lot of fun. But other than that, that's kind of been the thing is, marching toward the next get together that we have, and just trying to make it through the month and recover. So that's been a whole thing. Trying to think of what else. Oh, so let's see if I can handle this properly without getting yelled at. Super special shout out to a newfound friend. Hi, how are you? I'm really glad that you're listening. So, hi, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Apparently, I said enough the last time. All right, moving right along. Yeah, Jamie, you and I will talk about this after the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, turns out. Yeah.
Okay. Turns out we have listeners. Long time listener, first time caller.
In episode 3 of your podcast, you said this. How dare you?
Your impression is terrible, Jamie, but also terrible. So, yeah.
And then in episode 12, you said, how can you contradict yourself?
Jamie, are you trying to tell me that someone who listens to this podcast might be upset with the content that is within?
I don't know, man.
I
don't fucking know.
I do. All right. What have you been geeking about?
So, I guess I'm a bad cat dad because I don't post about our cats. I don't post photos of the cats. You
don't really post much in general, though.
That's true. Well, on Twitter, I post a lot, but it's never about the animals. Like Instagram, I don't post photos of the animals. It's weird because I use them for subjects when I'm testing out lenses and stuff. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know. We have 3. Well, we had 3.
No,
Mittens and Trinket are the new ones. We got those 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and they're the cute little kittens. They're both gray. We had a black cat, Jezzy, who we inherited from a friend, a friend of one of Audrey's coworkers.
Okay,
who was marrying someone who was deathly allergic to cats. So
gotcha.
he couldn't keep the cat, so we adopted the black cat. Her name is Jessie. Fucking bitch. She hated everybody. Did you ever meet Jessie?
Yeah, a couple of times. I managed to get Jessie to sit with me. Maybe of the times I've been over twice. I think one of them was I think we were heading out to, I think it was maybe our first Chicago trip, and I stayed over and we rode out together in the morning to the airport.
Yeah.
And I was heading into bed and kind of had my arms hanging over the bed, just kind of laying there sprawling out. And Jessie came in and kind of nuzzled my hand a little bit. And I gave a couple scritches, but tried to be more friendly. And immediately I was like, no, I'm good. Thanks. And rolled out and never came back. I was like, okay, fair enough. That's on me. My bad.
Yeah. She, in anime, the term is tsundere. So it's somebody who just doesn't want to be around you, but kind of wants to be around you, but doesn't.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So she has not ever since we got the kittens, she's been stressed out. She hasn't been eating well for a while now. But it had been getting more and more obvious. This past year, she shrunk down to skin and bone to the point where you picked her up. It was nothing.
That's not good.
And the problem with trying to take her to the vet, the last time we took her to the vet, they had to wrap her in a blanket just to calm her the fuck down.
Yeah.
To get her stuff done.
Yeah,
so,
make a burrito.
Yeah. So taking her to the vet was not really an option. So last week, we had to finally, she got up one day, just lethargic as shit. She was pooing black tar basically.
Oh no.
And then not eating anything. And then she couldn't get on the couch without help. And that's cats, even when the kittens were this big, they could jump everywhere.
Yeah.
So last Wednesday, we called a doc. He came in, put her to sleep, and that was it. And me and Audrey held her hands, and she was gone. And it's funny, Hazel cried the night before because we suspected we would need to do it soon.
Right. Yes. You try and kind of prep her, I assume, with what is, probably going to be a little traumatic at a minimum.
Yeah. And it's funny because before then, Hazel was just oh, Jessie's so annoying. when we get rid of Jesse, can we get another cat? And we're like,
right.
I don't know. But when we told her, she was like, oh no, not Jessie. She's been here like as long as I've been alive.
Well, I get that though. Like the idea of being frustrated by something in the moment and saying all these things and, being confronted with the idea of the cat not being around anymore. I get the idea of Hazel kind of doing the, oh, that's not good. No. Like, right. Yeah, I get that. But I also understand the idea of like, they never really had a ton of ability to bond the way that they could have.
Yeah, she wasn't snuggly.
No.
In any stretch of the imagination.
No,
even when she was at full health, she was never the snuggliest cat. Like when it got colder, she would kind of sit on our laps, but like for like a minute and then hop off.
Right. Yeah.
I'm warm enough. Goodbye.
Right.
But yeah, she was my first actual pet. Like growing up, I was deathly allergic to everything. I assumed I was allergic to cats. So we never had pets. And then Audrey was like, could we get a pet? And I was like, I don't know. I've been allergic, but let's try it. Because who the fuck knows?
Yeah, no, I get you.
And Jessie stayed with us overnight. And I didn't break out in hives or anything. I didn't sneeze. I didn't cry.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's fucking do it. So
makes sense.
Yeah. So we had our Jessie. She's gone now.
I'm sorry, man.
The weird thing is, even before we put her to sleep, anytime I see like a black bundle of anything in the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, it's the cat. even if I'm not at home, like I'll be at the gym or something like that, and somebody's bag will be on the corner. I'll be like, oh, Jessie, wait, Jessie didn't get in the fucking car. She's not at the climbing gym.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's weird. And I was like, I feel like posting about it because that's something that people post about when their cats die. But I was like, I never talk about them. So like,
everyone grieves in their own way, and everyone absolutely has the right to grieve in their own way. So there's no wrong way of going about it. Just because everybody else or a large majority of the people that you see feel as though they want to, make a big post about it or grieve publicly or anything else like that. There's nothing wrong with them doing it. More power to them. However, they process to try and, get up the next day and try and take on everything. Or you, who's a bit more private when it comes to personal stuff like that. I get it, but I'm just sorry you went through that, and it's weird because, like you said, she's never the snuggliest, but also she's a little buddy.
Yeah,
and I get that. Like you grow attached that way. I understand.
Yeah. I mean, she bit us like hard.
I get that.
Like I had to go get like antibiotics because like my foot was infected.
Oh, jeez.
But like she was running around and I stepped on her by accident and she went,
okay,
fuck you.
Well, all right. In all fairness.
No, I deserved it. I was
going to say, stepping on somebody, I'd bite you. Like I get this.
Yeah. But like the kittens, by contrast, we've stepped on them by accident. They just kind of go, and they run away.
Yeah. No, the kittens are also way more into your world.
Yeah.
And they want to be part of your shit. So I think the idea of just being underfoot and getting caught is more of a like, fucking get off me, as opposed to like, I'll kill you and everyone you love. Yeah. You're like, wow, that seems a bit aggressive.
The neat thing is that she mellowed out quite a bit, even with Hazel. Like she would hiss at her and swipe at her a couple of times, but like over getting used to Hazel, she would swipe at her, but like claws in. For us, it didn't matter. Like,
I was gonna say, I think it's with Hazel, it's a warning.
Yeah.
With you guys, like, y'all been told.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I went claws in the first 6 times you did this many years ago. This shit's on you.
Learned. You should have learned.
You should have learned. Yeah. Ain't gonna do that again, are you? That shit hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So she was our bitchy little queen.
Well, either way, Even if she was your bitchy little queen, she was your bitchy little queen.
She was our bitchy little queen.
I know. Well, R.I.P. Fuzzbutt and
Bye, Jesse.
yeah.
Bye, Jesse. Yeah, so that was basically it. I wanted to keep this one short because I know like work schedule's still fucked and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Brandon, sorry to end on a down note, but where can people
you're
find
not.
you?
You're not ending on a down note. Look, honestly, Jamie, if there's anything that we can bring, it's relatable content, and we know a lot of friends who have recently dealt with this of loss of their own cat. So, like, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that, and sometimes you need to be able to have these open and honest conversations. With that, I would also say before we get into where everybody's going, if you're going through a rough time with whatever it is, remember to speak up, speak out, and check on your strong friends because they're going to talk a big game and they're full of shit. So be sure to check in on them. Believe me, they need it more than you think. So yeah, it's all good, man. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, Twitter, Angry Zen Master, wherever you find this podcast. And yeah, that's all I got.
Be excellent to each other, kids, and go get fucking vaccinated.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, please.
Yeah.